break the ice a little bit. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
It's a nice day for a white wedding. It's a nice day to be a wife.
She did it, everybody. Andrea's a wife.
It's me. I'm a housewife. I'm giving up on my career. I'm taking fucking Percocets and I'm just
drinking white wine and being a wife.
fading like a sunset.
Valium.
Yeah,
Valium is the wife
huge.
drug.
Mm-hmm.
It's still us. I'm Lizzie Cassidy.
I'm Andrea Allen, and today, God damn it, we have one of the funniest bitches in New York City and one of my favorite people in the world, Onika McLean. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Right back at y'all.
Oh my God.
I love watching Onika do comedy, and you guys taped your Don't Tell specials on the same night.
We did.
And I was just sitting there in the audience being like, my girls.
I was so happy you were there.
Crying,
I was so happy you were there.
I was so worried I wasn't going to know anyone there, and I was so happy when I saw you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was great.
Onika's a grown-ass woman, too. So, I remember when you started doing comedy, you were like, all these teenagers are, starting drama. I'm an adult. And I was like, yeah.
It was so ridiculous. I can't stand her. She was looking at me. I was like, who? So I'm going to be the mother to all of y'all? No, I'm not.
Yes.
No.
They are trying. They're trying to make you a mother. And I'm a wife, and I'm a stepmother.
Yeah.
You're a stepmother. You done came into my lane.
I know.
Quick.
I'm here. Onika, I'm
took one of my
65,
Gen Zs.
and I'm a grandmother.
Gen X's.
The fact that your stepson is the same age as me is crazy.
It's so funny.
You could marry him, and then
I know,
she could be your mother.
Andrea would be my mommy.
Stepmother friend.
Yeah.
My stepmother-in-law friend.
Yeah. Stepmother-in-law friend is hilarious.
Yes.
This is Andrea, my stepmother-in-law friend podcast co-host.
That's my pronoun, stepmother-in-law friend podcast co-host.
Yes.
To kind of everybody I meet.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of mothers, you guys met my mother. We had a wedding.
Yeah.
It was a big affair. Onika, you've been married, right?
Yes, I've been married.
Wow.
Yeah. Recommend?
Yeah, to a person that
is a good person.
Nice.
Yeah.
To a person that is ready to be married, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Ready to partner, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
would
you have
definitely
to-
get married.
You have to marry a man that's firmly in his 40s at least.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to marry a man with no social media and
Bingo.
can't even figure out Wi-Fi because
Oh, my
pictures.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
anybody that's on that internet, they are torturing these men to a space where they're just chicks now.
Yeah. Yeah. Men are women on the
talking about their-
internet
let's
now.
about their
Talk about
feelings.
the feminization of men.
They're talking about their feelings and their love language. I'm like, what? Who are you?
Oh my
I
God,
know.
the sassy male epidemic.
Yes.
The men, the amount of men who have I've gone on one date with, and then I get a text from them that's like, I don't know, you don't even text me back. And it's like, what are you, my girlfriend?
Yes.
I don't know you, sir.
Yes.
I know. It's
I'm feeling
crazy.
I'm feeling like the man.
Yeah.
I went on a date with this guy, and he brought me to a trashy place that it was real young and really hood.
Yeah.
And it's this song, I don't know if you guys know. It's like, I'm FREEF.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they were people just dancing at the table, sing. And I was like, this is not a first date place.
No.
And I'm looking around, and he forgot his wallet. That's what he said.
Oh.
What are we in the 1900s?
Yeah.
Also, everyone has their credit card on their phone.
Right.
What do you mean you forgot
He
your
was
wallet?
older though, but yeah. So then I ended up having to pay, and then I paid, and I thought he would just run me the money back.
Yeah.
And then I talked to him 2 days later, and he was like, where I want you to take me?
What?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That would make my
Blah.
pussy turn inside out.
Yeah.
Where
No,
I want you to take me.
My vagina cursed me out. She was like, you see, bitch?
Yeah.
You should have walked out. I told you, let's leave.
Ew, where I want you to take me is crazy.
Trying to be a decent person. Shout out to Juan.
I would literally rather fuck you in the ass than take you somewhere. Ew.
That was so crazy.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah. They're
Where I want you to take
fucking
me.
crazy out
But I
here.
think, if he's saying that, it's because women are doing it.
Yes.
But
Yes.
Juan, where's my camera?
Yeah.
You had me fucked up.
Juan's never going to see this. He can work Instagram.
Yeah.
But Juan,
Juan's on
we
Facebook.
all know about you.
Here's a Juan.
We know what you're up to. Well, you are a woman with fucking boundaries, self-esteem, a powerful woman. And I feel like when you start dating and they do not. They're like, oh wait, I didn't know people could do. I thought I could just walk all over you.
Right.
This is weird. Why are you doing this?
Right.
Yeah. You know why? Because I feel like so many women allow it. And I was
Yeah.
one of those women
Me
that
too.
would allow it. And so now I can see it coming a mile away. Because
Bingo.
this is how it starts. It's like, wow, you're busy.
Oh my God.
That's the test.
Onika, that's exactly how it starts.
Yeah.
You know, and then
You have a life.
but
Right.
if you start explaining
Yeah.
why you're busy, they got you. Now
Yeah.
you're explaining your life. When people say you're busy, I'd be like, isn't that so exciting? I worked so hard to get here.
I
I'm
know.
so excited.
Yeah.
I know you have to when you meet a man that is happy that you're busy, it's so different. It's
Yeah.
like, first of all, every man I know wants to be alone. You should be happy that I'm busy. You get to play video games and whatever men do when they're alone, sit in
Yeah.
your dirty diper or whatever.
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
you do.
And I don't have to be there, and it's great.
Yeah.
I dated one of these men recently-ish. I don't even like talking about him because he's insane and gonna
But
kill
it's
me.
good. But you got to talk about it because you know why?
Right.
So many women are sitting in their houses dealing with this stuff, saying to themselves, "Is this normal?" No,
It's not.
Nope.
It's not. Literally, would block me if I didn't text him back fast enough, as a temper tantrum. You know what I mean?
narcissism.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've dated this before, and when I was younger, I would do the thing where I'd let them walk all over me, and so I knew what it was, and I didn't do it this time, and it was so funny to watch his head explode.
Yeah.
melt.
To be like, I blocked you. Why didn't you send to be surprised that I didn't send him 47 texts while I was blocked? He was like, yeah, you blocked me,
Right.
Okay,
so we're not together anymore.
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
See you.
They call this the gray. So recently, I saw a TikTok that was about
the
the
TikToks.
the gray rock way to handle these fucking nightmares. And it was also Cillian Murphy's face, just like pictures of Cillian Murphy.
You
just
love
like
him.
I mean. God, just sitting there with his arms crossed, staring off. And I love this one so much. It's kind of what you do. You're very non-reactive.
Yeah.
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 That's
It is
good.
kind of my specialty now. It took me a long time to get to this place, but I've gotten very good at least it's harder for me in romantic relationships because the stakes are higher. But we both know that there are a lot of boy comedians that are nightmares.
Yeah.
And they have these little tricks that they do to get especially women to do things and act the way that they want. And I have gotten very good at being no.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
interesting you feel
no.
that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to think of an example while you explain more what it is.
Well, from what I understand, I used to be a very reactive person. Also,
Me too.
Also, if you're writing a paragraph explaining how you should be
Put the phone
treated,
down. Put the
the
phone
phone down.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, girl.
Put the phone down, take your power back.
Yes.
Stop writing a novel to a man who doesn't care if you live or die.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yes.
It's crazy.
But it's so necessary because love feels so good.
Of
I know.
course.
And so once you get a little inclination of it, you're like, oh, I want
Yes.
that some more. And people know that.
Yep.
And these guys always love bomb you.
They just mirror you.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for 2 weeks, you think you've found the thing you've always been looking for.
Yeah, dumbass
And now you're
bitch.
writing the paragraph. And you're also writing the paragraph because when someone's that mean to you, you're rightfully I have to say something.
Right.
Right.
Or I got to explain myself because I'm
Yes.
not this horrible person that you try to make it
Right.
seem like I am.
Right, because they're always you're cheating on me or something.
But why do people act like that? That's I was in a narcissistic relationship, right? A couple, but one, because some of them are overt, some of them are covert. It's
Yeah,
a little
sure.
different.
I hate
but,
covert.
But the outwardly ones,
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, why don't you just check yourself into a mental institution? This is
I know.
you cannot be cool with this much drama.
I know.
Every third day. Every third
I think
day,
they like it. I think they get off on it.
But you
Yeah.
know what it is? I feel like those kind of people don't generate their own energy.
No, they
Yeah.
take everyone else's.
So
Yeah.
they take everyone else's.
Yep.
And so especially when you're in entertainment,
Yeah.
we wield the energy of crowds. Think
Yes.
about how many people we're making laugh at one time.
Yeah.
You know how much energy is in that space?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
have extra. You have shit just falling out your pocket.
Yeah.
And when they see you, they're like, yes, I would like to make her have nothing and give it away. Like,
And it works.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship with a narcissist and you're an entertainer, it really affects, like, when I was dating that horrible guy, I was worse at stand-up.
Yeah,
because I was completely drained of everything I had.
because you had nothing to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing to give.
And when, like, it's as simple as, like, when you're on stage and you can see your phone lighting up on the stool next to you and some guy's calling you a rat bitch for not texting him back, you're a little distracted.
Yeah.
That bitch is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he called me a rat bitch 3 times.
Yeah, it's
3
so-
different
it's so
instances of rat
sad.
bitch.
It is sad. I mean, you said like this person wants you to have nothing.
Nothing.
Yes.
No energy, no light,
It's so
no
funny that you
shine.
said that. Literally, the last thing he texted me before I blocked him was, "You don't deserve shit. I hope you don't get anything in life."
Yeah.
Right.
But that's how he feels about himself.
Yes.
Yes.
And so the only thing that you can say now is like, poor you.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just like
Yeah, you're
and
gonna-
then they
you're gonna
will
end up
flip
alone.
out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And this
Yeah.
is what Grey Rock I think is like when they start to flip out, you sit back and you like watch it because one of the last
And it's not easy.
No, it's very hard. One of the last times I saw my dad alive was I was in his house.
You have to clarify.
Yes.
No, you did.
I talked to him. We kiki. He haunted my wedding. He came down and said, "This much money for a fucking custom dress? What are you, a fucking queen?" But he was.
You said the steak and the duck?
Okay. I guess we're just spending my money now.
By the
Yeah.
way, so good.
Oh, the duck.
The duck was crazy.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's your fucking
you're
day.
celebrating.
Yes.
Also,
yes.
wait, we'll get back to narcissism, but can we say that? Can I say this real quick?
Please.
So like at Andrea's wedding, the dinner was like table service, like we were all sharing everything.
Okay.
And my boyfriend was sitting across from someone who doesn't eat meat, and I didn't know that. And I was sharing with 3 other people, and my boyfriend was sharing with one person who doesn't eat meat. So we got up from the table, and he was like, "I ate a whole steak. I ate the whole duck." And I was like, "I got one fucking bite of everything. I'm sitting next. Your girlfriend is sitting next to you."
Yeah.
I was like, "You couldn't toss me a little duck."
Not you. Every man for himself.
I
In
know.
an Italian
I was like,
restaurant.
I didn't know.
Nice.
But so I'm sitting there with my now dead dad, to be clear, and he's pitching a fit because I told the truth about something that he did on a podcast, and he did not like that. And we were just sitting there, and he was doing the whole like, "I gave you everything.
Yeah.
I could sue you." And I'm like, and I'm just sitting there being like, "Oh, this is like crazy."
Yeah.
Like when I was younger, I would like be like, "Oh, I don't
Cower.
Yeah,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
I'm sorry and whatever." And I was just like, "Oh, you're like nuts." Like I was just watching it. and
Yeah.
being like-
But he watched your podcast?
he listened to my podcast, did that one of the episodes during the pandemic, and I talked about how he cheated on my mom. And he was like, "October 16th, your podcast episode titled blah blah blah. It was the worst day of my life to listen
Oh
to
my
that."
God, come off
I'm
it.
also like, you've had multiple organ transplants. When you were going
this was
into
not the
life,
worst day
that
of
was
your life.
this was not. And yeah, and he was just like, "These are lies. I could sue you."
Okay, Miss Lady.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Oh, you're threatening to sue your daughter. Interesting. Okay."
The thing about the Grey Rock thing and there's like, you can get there through like therapy or like, learning these tools about not reacting. But the way I got there was like, I just got fucking tired.
Yes.
Like eventually you don't have anything else to give these types of people. So now when somebody who's just like an acquaintance is trying to do this bullshit to me, it's like, oh yeah, I have
I don't care.
absolutely
Yeah.
I could not care less about
You'd be like,
this.
we do not care.
No.
It's just that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I found? I was having those kind of relationships even in friendships.
Oh
yeah,
yes.
I didn't realize it because you
Huge.
don't really
Yeah.
realize it in women
I
Yes.
know.
because like I'm dating guys and now I'm looking at my friendships and I'm like, oh, I only give to you.
Yep.
Yep.
You never give to me.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so then I started testing it. Like I would have a conversation.
I love a little test.
Yes.
Yeah, I
and I'm
love
like,
a little
I'm just be
test.
quiet and
Yeah.
see what happens here. And then they just start like their
Panicking.
eyes are like,
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What's happening? So are you not going to give me the advice? No.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
I don't, girl. I don't know. I don't know what you should do. And when you do that, because it's like you got to clear out that energy.
I
Because it's
know.
not just men. You have something inside of you that's drawing those people in.
Yeah.
And once you start talking to yourself and figuring out you, then you're like, you know who I'm sick of? Me.
Yeah.
I'm sick of not saying the thing that I want to say
Yeah.
for me.
Yes.
I'm sick of making people feel so comfortable while I am so uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
What sucks is that thing that attracts those people does come from a good place.
It does.
It's because you're a kind person and you're a giving person, but you can be those things and have boundaries.
And you got to
know?
do it to certain people.
Exactly,
The other
yeah.
piece is if you're giving everything to everyone, the people that should get you for
Right.
real, they can't.
Yeah. I do notice, I do a little test now where when I'm talking to a person, I'll purposefully be quiet, which is again the gray rock where you're just like being very self-assured and quiet. And I go, let's see how long it is before they ask me a single question about myself.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
It's like
Yeah.
60% of conversations. I'm like, if I did not participate in this, it would just be you fucking
Yeah.
running your trap.
I have a problem with not asking people questions because for some reason, like, I was raised to think that like everything is invasive.
Oh, really?
Really?
So like I'll ask someone like how they are.
Yeah.
You know? But then if someone's like, oh, I'm going through a breakup, I feel like it's rude to be like, what happened? So
Right.
I'm always just like, right. Yeah. Okay. And I have to like remind myself that you can be like, are you okay?
Yeah,
or something,
how
you
you
know?
feeling?
But
Yeah.
it's not because I want to talk about myself. I'm like, and I'll let you say whatever you want about that.
You know what's hard about friendships, though, is that especially as you grow older, it's really hard to maintain friendships, careers, whatever it may be. And so I feel like for a while there, I had like 2 or 3 really toxic ones going at the same time. But I'm like, well, if I cut them off, I won't have any friends.
Yeah.
And that's like a really hard to do the hard thing of cutting off the
Yeah.
bad person, and then you're by yourself, and you're like, well, now I'm lonely.
Now I don't have anybody to call.
Yeah,
But like join a bowling league.
I agree.
You know,
yeah,
but
But you know what I had to
Make
do?
a friend.
Yeah.
I had to cut off the major
Yeah,
narcissist.
sure,
Yeah.
Like
sure.
and so that was my mom.
Yeah.
And I felt, and I kept saying this to my sister. I said, I'm gonna always have these people in my life if I don't figure out mommy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because if I keep ignoring the shit that she does,
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling myself that you deserve that,
Mm-hmm.
and that everybody else that comes in going to do the same thing. And so once I backed up with that and just put up some proper boundaries on that level, I'm really sad and depressed about it because now I have to mourn that
Yeah.
Person.
that desire
Yeah.
to have that kind of person in my life and just see it for who they are,
Yeah.
which I'm supposed to do anyway. I'm supposed to see you, who you are, and how you show up in
Yeah.
my space,
Right.
and then govern that way. Because what we do is you're my friend, Andrea. I knew you for 10 years.
Yeah.
So we should be this,
Right.
and that's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very easy to be like in love with the idea of a person.
Yeah.
And not actually react to the person they are.
The experience of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone's always saying in the community, oh, she's such a nice person. She's such a nice person. Me, right?
Yeah.
But I'm a bitch.
And God, I love you for that.
Yeah,
Onika.
but I don't show it,
Yeah.
right? And when
Welcome to the pod.
and then move
do.
into a space where you're like, I don't like that. That's some whack ass shit. And they're like, oh my God, Onika, oh my God, fucking what?
Yeah, you're so nice. What?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Like,
Yeah.
I saw it all. I just ignored it, thinking that maybe you would be a better human being, but I see you're a piece of shit. So
So
Yeah.
now I have to call you a piece of shit.
we're just gonna have to move in that space, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay because most times people that are shitty, they're not shitty to everyone. They're
Yeah.
shitty to the people that allow them to be shitty.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
shitty when they can get away with it.
Right.
Yeah. You do know when you see the person who's helping everyone, you see the other people like prey on them, and you're
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
always the most mediocre person, just like absolutely taking and taking from like the most talented kind person.
Oh
You're
my
watching it
God.
happen, and you're like, oh, there's another parasite on you,
Yeah.
and you
I had a
don't
conversation
know it.
with a friend of mine about this recently who is incredibly talented and kind and giving and helps everybody who doesn't fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
And I had to, like, it got to a point where I had to be like, hey, man, it's got to be heavy. These fucking coattails got to be heavy. 'Cause you're carrying everybody.
Yeah.
Every mediocre boy comedian is hanging on to them for dear life. And eventually you got to cut it off.
Yeah.
And you got to be like, this is, you know, like.
You got to cut it off.
You got to cut it off.
You gotta fly.
Yeah.
You gotta fly.
Well, yeah, I feel like I've seen you, like I said, when you started comedy, I remember we talk and you'd be like, what the fuck is this bullshit?
Yeah, it was so crazy.
Oh, yeah. And I would be like, oh, this is like a grown, smart woman who's like approaching this as a business. And I've just seen you like fucking.
But I was falling short though. I'm not even gonna front. I was falling short because I was thinking, you know, you treat people a certain way, they'll treat you a certain way. But comics, a lot of them have scarcity mindsets. So
Yes.
they really don't think that it's enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then it's this weird kind of experience that you're feeling, and it's like, why am I feeling this? So
Yes.
when I went to Scotland recently, because I did Fringe, and I was so uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the shows were amazing.
Yeah.
It sold out most nights. Like
Amazing.
20 of the 25 nights, like they sold out, and then it was selling out. It was a small room,
Yeah.
but so you know the comics when we
Right.
were like sold out, they started coming, fucking taking the seats from the audiences because they wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah.
Right?
I know, whenever comics do that, I'm like, stand up.
Yeah.
Yeah, why are you not standing?
Yeah.
No. But I was so uncomfortable. I stayed with two other comics.
Yeah.
And just needing to navigate who they were and their energies, and me not being comfortable, not being home, not all the luxuries that I've afforded myself, probably too many. And I just was so uncomfortable for so long that I was like, when I get home, it's up. Fuck everybody.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I totally know. I get really uncomfortable in those situations. Like when I know that I'm going to do a show where I'm going to have to like share a room with someone that I don't really know. Oh, that gives me bad anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I don't know how fucking big your ego is. And I don't know if I'm going to have to dance around it the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And then like, God forbid you bomb on a show and I don't.
Oh,
and now it's everybody's
Or they want
fucking
to talk
problem.
about how great they were the whole time.
Yeah.
I was talking to one comedian, and he was like, I'm just trying to, make it. I said, we all are.
Yes.
Literally, we all
I'm here
are.
with you. Shut the fuck up.
We
Yes.
are all doing that.
Yeah.
That's us.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you're right. Oh, yes. But I think that people don't realize because it's a hard thing to be doing, you know? It's a hard thing. And I get it. But the other piece of it is I'm going to have to, I only get this one life. You only get this one life.
Yep.
And once you start realizing like tomorrow, my friends are dying for no reason, taking a nap.
same.
I don't know what
God.
the fuck is happening?
I know.
They're just gone. And you're like, forever?
Yeah.
Right.
So while I have these experiences, I want to just try to do more things that I really like and lessen my experiences of people that I'm tolerating. And I know that they're just tolerating me.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kind of like, oh, you don't even like, no one likes what's going on here. That's what's the funny thing. You're like, you don't like this. I don't like this. We're pretending. I could be at home.
I
Sleeping,
know.
taking
Yeah.
a nap,
Yeah.
smoking a joint, something.
Taking a bubble bath.
Yeah.
Taking a bubble bath with borax. Are you Taurus?
Oh, I know all about borax. I got a fucked up pussy. You don't even know the drawers I have of weird tinctures to keep that shit on track.
Is borax boric acid?
Yes.
Yeah, I know
It's so
about
bad.
it.
Don't listen to TikTok. Please don't do stuff like that.
Oh my
Right,
God, I had
right.
a roommate once who put garlic in their pussy. Don't do that.
I
What
got
happened? Did it burn?
Well, it actually cured their yeast infection. But
wow.
so like, I guess it worked allegedly, but I'm just saying, like, if you have like $12 to buy Monistat,
You should do that.
you should probably
that.
not put garlic in your pussy.
Okay, we're on this subject of pussies, and I really just want to put this out there right now because it
Okay.
just lit up my brain. There is this like thing that's thrust upon us that because people have been so shitty about like women's, anything women's issue.
I know what you're gonna say, and I agree.
Which is like, I think I agree. We shouldn't be like disgusted by our own bodies, but there's been this like swing in the other direction where it's like, I love my pussy. My pussy is power and all this stuff. I hate this fucking thing.
I know.
It
And
costs
sometimes-
$25 to go to City MD anytime something's fucking wrong with it.
Yeah.
I'm doing tinctures. It is a burden that it's an inside
And they're
out
also
piece of
like-
meat
they're
hanging
also
off my
like-
fucking body.
Yes.
I hate it.
And they're also like, my period is beautiful. No, it isn't. No,
It's
it isn't.
not.
It's a curse from hell.
It's not, but it doesn't. This is the thing. Your vagina is like a small child,
Thank
Yeah.
you.
right? So you have to take care of it. But eventually, she's just going to die.
Eventually, she's going to die.
So you should take care of her.
I
Yes.
know.
You shouldn't talk shit about her.
I know,
Because
but
you're going to be
I
like,
hate
come
her.
back.
I know.
You shouldn't talk shit about her, but also don't tell me with a straight face that you think your period is beautiful.
No.
That's a curse from Satan to keep women down. That is not a beautiful thing.
I smell like nickels. I hate it.
Yeah.
Drink more water.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, I know. I
All of
know.
our problems can be solved by drinking more
Oh,
water.
no, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is a good
Oh,
one.
okay.
Do you know about this?
I don't know about
I will send you a
chlorophyll.
link.
All
I'll
right.
send you a link.
Send me a link.
See,
Okay.
this is the problem.
Thank
I'm
you,
going to keep
Onika. Send
buying
me a link.
supplies for this fucking
No, it's not
defunct-
really supplies. You get it from Whole Foods. It's just like
Okay.
something you put in your
Are you
water.
guys wearing cotton underwear?
I don't really wear
Yes.
panties.
You
got to
wear cotton underwear.
What? You're walking
Slay.
around? Okay.
Oh,
There you
no.
go. So you can bang in the back of a car with your IUD.
No, she starts dying. She'd be like, oh.
It's a beautiful flower and it's a pain in my fucking ass.
Yeah,
I
it's a
hate
pain in the
But
it.
you need her. She controls a lot of stuff.
I
You know, you can get a lot of things with her.
God.
I
mean,
know.
if you
true.
manage her right,
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you manage her right, honey, you don't have to work a day.
Yeah. To quote the great RuPaul, if I can't sell it, I'm going to sit on it.
Yeah. It's that part. Like she is the moneymaker.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is the reason why they talk to us.
I remember.
She is the reason why they talk to
Yeah,
us.
she really is. She,
Oh, you think he thinks you're funny?
Give her
It's her.
her props.
I know.
She is the reason why a lot of things go down.
I mean, that's you. I remember you were doing crowd work once, and it was like younger girls, and it was like if they're gonna treat you like shit, at least marry or date a rich guy.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you got that pussy between your legs, at least get an Amex in the mix.
Capitalize off of it.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people are like, oh, it's not selling it if you can auction it to the highest bidder. And
Yes.
then you could just, go more. It is very important.
That's
Yeah.
the way it's power. It's not power just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
But
That's-
if you use it,
Yeah.
that's power.
And you don't have to use it. Actually, just because you have
that's
it.
what I mean. Use it
it's-
as in like know about it. Like you don't have
Right.
to actually do anything with it, but you have to be like, yeah, it's here.
It's here.
Check
I
it
got
out.
it on me.
Yeah. I keep it on me.
You know I got it on me. You know what I'm saying? It is on me. Like everybody in here, I got it on me.
Yeah. By the way, Onika had it on her while she was paying
And you
for
forgot
your
your fucking
fucking
wallet.
yes.
But don't worry, because what is probably more important is your energy. And
Sure.
as soon as you take your energy away from people, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
happened? All you have to do is just stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be like, park.
I got my energy here and my pussy here, and I'm holding them in each hand, and I'm saying, "Let's see, motherfucker, what are you gonna do about this?"
Let me tell you something. You're gonna have a good life.
I mean, I've got a cute little husband who makes me snacks, so
Yeah, you have a husband.
we're doing
You're
we're
gonna
doing
have a
pretty
good life.
good.
I would like a husband.
Yeah, they're nice to have around.
know.
Yeah.
But I just haven't met anybody for real that I'm like,
Yeah.
I want to give you a lot of my time.
Yes.
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 Because men require a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like, they are babies.
Yes.
No.
I know.
And it does stop you from doing stuff because now you gotta think about them.
You gotta
what
feed the
they
baby.
think
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and okay,
Yeah.
and what we're doing. So that's why y'all have to give us your money. Like that's the reason.
Yeah.
Thank
like
you.
Like that's what guys don't realize, and it pisses me off because it sounds like it's a gold digger thing, but it's not. Women, the feminine energy, because let's bring the gay guys in.
Mm-hmm.
The feminine energy brings. We make stuff. We
Yes.
make
Yeah.
babies. We
Yeah.
make things. And so being that we make things, we bring all that stuff to the table, you're going to have to take a little bit off our plates.
Yes.
Right.
Because if not, then eventually we just going to have nothing to give.
Also,
Yeah.
I'll say this: if you don't have money, you have to take something off my plate in another way.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know, like I have to be able to be the baby.
all
Yeah.
the time.
Like you have to take care of me.
Right.
You have to take care of me emotionally. You have to like if I'm working all the time, because you don't have a lot of money, then you have to make me dinner because I've been working all day.
Dinner and massages and,
Yes.
and plan cutesy things.
Yeah,
the other
yeah.
pieces you have, right? I have to feel that there's a value, and the value of men is women just have an energy.
You have to sit there and listen while I talk shit about my friends.
Yeah. And don't tell anybody.
And don't tell anybody. You have to let me yap about Andrea specifically.
You better not. Right. You better not
No,
say
no.
it.
No, there's other people we hate.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick break and we'll come back because I want to do a little recap of the highlights and
wedding.
lowlights of the wedding. Are we good with that?
Yes.
Slay.
All right, we'll be right
We'll
back.
be right back.
Welcome back to the Feminine Energy Hour, guys. Lock your pussies up and lock your money up and let them come to you. So, a little wedding recap. Oh, first of all, by the way, okay, Onika, I pitched a fit about the flowers.
Oh, and we talked about it on the podcast.
Yes.
Just beautiful though.
They're expensive as fuck.
Yeah. Everything associated with a wedding, they triple the price.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were not getting their shit together.
Andrea had to go full bridezilla to get the flowers to be the way that she wanted.
I got a discount.
Good.
I got them to answer my fucking emails. I made our male friend go pick up my bouquet. Like that was the only thing where I was like, this is peak drama.
Yeah.
Sending a man out into the world to pick up my bouquet.
Shout out past podcast guest Kevin Casey White,
Right.
who had to go on a little errand.
Yes. And just
Casey.
put it in the hotel fridge and it worked. They were gorgeous.
Yeah, if anyone is waiting for a flower update, they were beautiful. They did not look like Thanksgiving.
Yes.
They did not look like they were from Key Foods.
And
they were beautiful.
the more beautiful they were, the more I was a bitch for the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it made you seem like more of a bitch the more beautiful they
Yes.
were.
No, but
Yeah.
you weren't talking about the product. You were talking about the service.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
were talking
Totally
about the
different.
product
Well, they sent
before
us,
you saw it.
They
Before you
sent us
saw
a
it.
mood board that looked
Bad.
Key Food flowers
Oh, wow.
level, and I'm like, thousands of dollars for this? Is that
Yeah.
what we're doing?
Absolutely not.
And they were fucking. So everyone, the flowers were gorgeous. You'll see
If
the
you've been
picture.
waiting.
Yes, I was a big bitch, and it worked out.
People were fighting over the centerpieces.
Yes, they were. They were. I gave them to all my girls.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a few pieces of wedding drama, very minimal. But one of them was we went to the courthouse for the wedding, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You get a marriage license a week before, or you do it like you have a time window.
I've done that.
Yeah.
That's what, yeah. So you go, a very tired woman asks you questions, she stamps the thing. And she was like, you have your certificate, just come back with your IDs. I will back my husband on this, that this bitch told us, come with your IDs, you're good to go. We're in the line, everyone's having a fucking anxiety attack. And we just see a line of people all holding a piece of paper. And I'm like, that's their fucking weddings. And the morning of,
Wait, that's their what?
She didn't give you the
Certificate.
certificate. She didn't give you the
she
certificate.
gave us the certificate. I put it in our safe. The whole morning, my husband was like, we might need the certificate. We might not. I don't know. She said we didn't need it. And I was like, call the courthouse. If we're not showing up with it, call ahead.
Yeah.
We're not going to do a little guessing game.
But why wouldn't you just bring it?
Thank you.
That's what I was gonna say.
Thank you.
Just bring it just in case.
I've been in hair and makeup since 7 a.m. Go get the piece of paper, respectfully. And he was like, oh, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's here. The photographer's here. My in-laws are here.
This would inspire in me the one way in which I'm mean to my boyfriend.
Right.
Which is when I'm stressed out. Here's a small version of this that happened before your wedding. I'm getting ready for your wedding. I'm running late. Sorry, I'm a diva.
Lizzie being 20
too.
minutes late to my
was
wedding
I
was
the only person
funniest.
that Andrea had to text and ask if I was coming? Yeah, I was late. I have a lot of hair. I was late.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're running late, and so he's doing the thing that boys do, where they don't put their clothes on until you're almost
Yes.
ready. But I'm late, so I need you to be ready when I'm ready.
Right.
And we're like, it's like 5 minutes until we're supposed to leave to be on time. And he goes, okay, I'm gonna go steam my suit. And I went, yeah. I was under the impression the suit was steamed already.
What's that got to do with
Meanwhile,
you?
I'm like naked curling my hair, you know? But I'm like,
Yeah.
so this
Yes.
would have made me do that on an extreme level.
Yes. I call it you had one job.
And then he goes, oh my God. And then he goes, I don't think the steamer's working. And I went, I go, if you give me a fucking play-by-play on the steamer right now, I'm going to have a heart attack. I need you to figure it out on your own.
One job.
Anyway, I'm really lovely to be in a relationship.
You must have a very good vagina, but you're 25, right?
Yes.
I'm
yes,
27.
Yes.
Oh, you just got your brain a little while ago.
Yeah, she
Okay,
did.
so
She
it's
did.
very valuable.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You can talk shit.
When I'm anxious, a different person comes out of me. And then as soon as it's over, I go, sorry, I'm sorry.
But I was like, you had one job. I literally told you to call the courthouse. Like,
Yes.
if we're not bringing the thing, we're checking on the thing. This is the whole thing. Today we're
yeah,
getting.
and for people who don't live in New York, you can't just like run home and get it.
No.
Like it's like we all live far from the courthouse.
Yes. This was the one thing. Everyone's carrying their marriage license, and like my eye is twitching, being like, well, we're not getting married today. And that's great. And I'm wearing a white dress, and
And
my
I
hair
spent
is
7
curled.
hours, and I paid a photographer.
Yes.
and
What does this got to do with you?
Yeah.
I'm on her side.
Yes. Lizzie is yes.
I'm a
anding
girl's
me.
girl.
Yes. And so we get up
I thought
there.
you meant your hair.
Oh, I mean, her hair was also a big deal.
I was playing the part of Andrea.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes. But
I didn't get that.
Yes.
I should have taken her hat.
Yeah.
You should have used her voice. You
Yes.
should have just changed it a little bit. Okay.
You had one job. And so we get there, and this woman, and I don't know if it was the same woman this woman seems
Of course
like.
not. This happened in the 90s.
I feel like this bitch
She
has been here
died.
since the beginning of time. Maybe she is dead. Maybe she is dead. But there's always, I feel like, the soup Nazi character in Seinfeld.
Yeah.
I feel like
City
this
workers.
woman, a tired civil servant, is
Yes.
always a soup Nazi.
There's the only person that is no match for a Karen.
No.
Yeah.
There's no amount of Karening you can do to get this person to give a fuck about what you're saying.
But you know why? Because they've been through all
Yes,
the Karens.
That's what I was gonna say, yeah.
And I know it and I respect it, but it is my wedding day. And she had a misty eye also, which was
Yeah. What does
a
that
little
mean?
scary. Like
You
she
know,
had like
like
a
when someone has,
cataract
like,
or
a-
something. So it was like,
has like a little bit of a witch's eye.
Misty eye is
a
hilarious.
misty eye's crazy and it's scary. And there's a woman.
Dude, a fucking
Was it dead?
a city
Yes.
worker with a witch's eye. I can't.
Wait, she didn't have a shades on.
She had one functioning eye and the other one was out and she didn't care. And she
Lights
looked-
out on that one.
Yeah, and she was very
Damn.
tired. We were told by the other lady that we didn't need the piece of paper. And she went, no one told you that. And I'm like, no.
No, she's
did it.
gaslighting.
Yes.
you.
What she said was, you needed your IDs.
I was gonna point that out.
Yes.
I was
She
gonna
did,
point that out.
right.
She didn't say don't bring back the certificate. She
Right.
said
She
bring back your
assumed
IDs.
you knew.
Yes.
Which
She should have, because everybody
'Cause
else
everybody else
knows.
knew.
Yes, I know.
And the other pieces, you could have chat GPT'd it.
Yes.
You could have just Googled it.
Anything could be done except for not
He didn't
bringing
have
the
to
wedding
call.
list. I know.
I'm
could've
gonna
just
be honest, it's
Googled.
kind of crazy to think you didn't need it.
crazy.
Like, I mean, just think about
Crazy.
this. Like, but think about it.
Yeah, I know.
And even if you don't need it, hold it up in a photo.
Yes, yes. And so she's like, it's not happening. And I was like, great, this is okay. And then she goes, well, you can pay $25 for another one. And I'm like, why didn't we start with that?
But why would she say it's not happening?
Because she loves
What
it.
bitch?
She
Why would you
loves.
say-
Yeah.
The eye is getting mistier as she's getting angrier at us.
That's her powers.
Yes.
She gets her powers from seeing your face.
She's like, look at this tall white
Yeah,
woman.
yeah.
I'm about to crumble you.
Yes.
Little nice, beautiful dress.
Yeah, she goes, cute dress, bitch. It's not happening. 7 hours in hair and makeup. Don't give a fuck.
I know this lady was black.
She was.
Damn.
Yeah, she was.
I can tell you were trying not to say it.
I'm not.
It's okay.
It was the eye was like a galaxy and it was like gaining
But also,
power. Like it was like
it's
swirling.
It's important that she's black because now you're in a position as a white woman where you can't make a big sting.
Yes, and I
Because now you're the
wasn't.
white lady
You
yelling at a
wasn't?
black
I didn't.
lady.
I'm not
Oh,
yelling at a
yeah.
black
You
woman.
can't be the white lady
you
yelling
can't
at a
yell
black
at black
lady.
women now?
I never yell at
Well,
black
y'all had
women.
enough time. Good.
Yes.
You know, time's up,
Yes,
bitches.
I'm
yes,
not yelling
we're done. It's over for yelling at black
Y'all black
women.
ladies, y'all hear this? Oh my God, come on.
You can
Yes.
tell me it's not
Kamala,
happening, and I'll just fucking I'll take
Yes.
it. I'll take it. I'm sorry about everything.
Just let her have it.
Yeah, I ate crow and I went this, and also she's fucking right. She's looking at us being
Yeah.
like, you didn't bring it. What the fuck am I supposed to? I've been here since 7 a.m. I don't give a shit if you're wearing false eyelashes. It's not happening.
Yeah.
Or it's $25. And it was $25.
and that's literally
But all that
nothing.
anxiety.
I know.
But you know what? You have
What?
a great wedding day story.
Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, Ronnie's eyes are rolling to the back of her head right now.
It's the truth, though.
because
You got a soft
Ronnie, we
Ronnie's-
can't all be lesbians.
Yes.
Don't you wish we were though? Like I wish I
my
was,
God.
but I just
Every
I'm
day
just
of my life.
I
Do
don't
you
know
wish we
about
were
women.
lesbians, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I just don't know about women. Like I feel like
I know I can't connect with women.
I connect with them.
I love women, by the way.
No, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
But
I feel like
you know
I could
my
be.
problems.
I feel like I could be bisexual, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't trust you bitches. It's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is
Like, it's
different.
because,
I know.
Because,
Yeah.
because men are like, you
Yes.
can kind of figure them out.
Yeah.
Right.
But women are like, your energy feels off.
I know.
Talking
I
about
know. I'm
bitch.
tired.
Like, it's too much.
I
It's
know.
Too, you looked away when you said you're just too diabolical.
Even like female friendships. Like I've had so many female friendships where I like get a text from a woman and she's like, I just feel like you were in a bad mood today. And it's like, yeah, I was.
How do you know
What
this?
do we have to talk about it?
Yeah, I'll be okay tomorrow.
Yeah.
But can you imagine just being in a relationship with that
Ronnie,
all the time?
can you imagine?
But it's like you can't lie to women. That's
Yes,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah,
lie to
yeah,
women.
yeah.
But once you get over the fear of that, it becomes very beautiful.
Really?
Yeah.
So why y'all break up so quick?
Ronnie.
Good question,
different
Onika.
story.
Ronnie?
Yeah.
Because y'all be moved in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Moved
And-
out in 2 months.
And reading poetry and really having a hard fucking time. I mean, my mom, my mom is 71. She was married for 35 years. And she just goes, you have to learn to manipulate them.
Yeah.
And she's right.
Go ahead, white women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all need to
This
listen
is our
to white
superpower.
women. Let me tell you, white women. Oh my God,
Manipulating people is the white woman's
This
superpower.
is why I
Yeah.
fuck with y'all so hard.
Thank you.
And I fuck with y'all so hard because you pass down those traits.
Mm-hmm.
You just say, "This is what you got to do. This is what you got to do." And I don't really find that in black. Shit, I didn't do this with my daughters. I didn't show them how to like deal with men until they were dealing with men. And then I was like, oh no, he's gonna say, whoa. And he was like, how do you know that, mom? Bitch.
Yeah.
Because I've done this a million times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but white women, like, y'all started off.
Early.
Yeah.
Listen, Megan.
Welcome to our new segment. Listen, Megan.
Listen, Megan. And y'all just like spell it out.
Yes.
I learned
Yeah.
so much from my white girlfriends.
Yes.
Oh my God. Even like fellatio.
Yeah.
We've been serving the men at the top of the power structure for a long fucking time.
Yeah.
And they're a real fucking nightmare. So you have to know all of the tricks to keep them under control because they have everything.
Yeah.
They literally have everything. How do you manipulate someone who has everything? You got to use
gotta
your
make 'em feel
pussy,
important.
your witchcraft. You got to
Your
throw
power,
everything.
Yeah. Because like the softness of like soft girl era and all that stuff in black women, that's something that's kind of recent. First,
Yeah,
yes,
totally.
When
For sure.
I was growing up, it's like, you don't need no man. You make sure that you have all your stuff.
Yeah.
And now, like, I don't want to have all this stuff. This
Yeah.
is a lot.
Yeah.
I just
know.
want to chill. I want somebody to make these decisions for me. But
I know.
my friend said it this way. She was like, you want somebody to drive your car, but you've been driving so long, bitch. They don't even have license most times.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like hard to do, but it's really very important to do because there's a masculine energy and a feminine energy for a reason. And we're not supposed to be like, you had one job, because that's what their friends do.
Yeah. And they hate
That's
you
what their
for
boss
it.
does.
Yeah.
That's what their mom did.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, which is why I didn't say fucking anything. I'm saying it now on a podcast because this is my safe space. But did I say a fucking thing about the one job?
You
No.
didn't?
No, I didn't say
Good
anything.
girl.
I went, okay, well, let's figure out how we deal with this. And then I went, go get the second license and we'll figure it out. And if we're not getting married today, then like one of your cool aunts who smokes cigarettes is going to do it in the park around the corner. And that's what we're fucking doing. You know what I mean?
Because we do have the license. And then
yeah,
we'll figure it out
yeah.
later.
And it was fine. It was
Oh,
fine.
that was so sweet that you were
Yeah.
able to do that. I would have wigged the hell out.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
not be able to
I
do
did not.
I would cause a big scene.
I don't.
You know what it is, though? Is he rich?
He does well.
Okay.
Bitch.
And so let me tell you why.
Listen,
'Cause-
Megan, he does well.
Let me tell you
Careful
why.
with the-
Because now you don't have certain stressors. Because could you imagine doing that with a poor?
Oh my God.
No, thank you.
And the poorest.
He's on the train. He's on the train on the way to the thing, not in an Uber, and you're like, you're trying to text him asking if he has it, and your phone service isn't going through because he got his phone turned off because he didn't pay his
Yes,
bills.
and the less fortunate financially that men are, they're mean.
Yes.
I dated a guy who couldn't afford to pay his fucking phone bill, so he could only text me when he had Wi-Fi. The amount of stress that adds to your
How much
life.
sex did you give him?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
Literally every time we'd hang out, I'd be like, don't fucking touch me. Because it's like not attractive.
It's like you know what it is for women. I'm not sure with lesbians. My daughter's a lesbian, but she's the masculine one. Whatever. So anyway,
Ronnie.
for women, it's a safety thing.
Yes.
If you feel safe in
Yeah.
a situation, you can deal with a lot of crap.
Yeah.
Or a little bit more than
Yes.
you
Yeah.
would if you didn't feel safe.
There's a woman who works with her. She's married to someone who works with my husband, and she's like one of the messiest bitches I've ever seen in my life, which is crazy considering
Messy,
the
like
company.
literally or
Just emotionally messy.
Okay.
This lady, she was hammered at a function, and I was like dead sober. And she said to me, "If it wasn't for my husband, I'd be getting fingered by a DJ in Greenpoint." And I said, "That is correct.
Yeah.
That's the most self-aware thing I've ever seen come
Yeah.
out of your fucking mouth, and it is true."
Greenpoint, it'd be Bushwick, lady.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Greenpoint is nice.
yeah. Let's not overpraise yourself. But yeah. So also for the wedding, I did the things that I like that I did. No,
Oh, yeah.
no speeches.
Not at one.
Not one speech.
We love no speeches.
No speeches.
Stop making the people in your life public speak for the first time ever.
It's so
They're
mean.
not good at it. They don't know how to work a microphone. They don't know what to say. It's embarrassing for
But your
everybody.
friends are comics, so
But I
feel like that's even worse sometimes.
yeah.
It's like when we're all gonna try to crush at Andrea's wedding.
yes.
Oh, come off it.
kill it 5 minutes.
Yes, my husband's also like an introvert. He doesn't like to public speak. I'm not going to again, it's like I know who I'm marrying. I like him. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I
would
mean?
love
Like
that.
a lot of people don't like their partners, and I'm like, I like you, and you don't want to do this, and why would I force you to? I know you love me. You're marrying my ass.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you like in front of your mom be like, the minute I saw you, it's just like not in his character.
I really like hate the idea of making making my boyfriend grab a microphone in front of everyone we've ever known and be like, I promise to always let you watch Drag Race while I watch football. Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah, no one cares about this.
Wait, so I was thinking about, because I feel like not to assume, but I do feel like if you had a maid of honor, it would have been me. And
Yeah, absolutely.
She said that to everyone else, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Okay, and Ronnie.
And thank you for not making me do a little speech.
I know.
But I was thinking about how bad some of these like maid of honor speeches
my
are.
God.
And a classic one is blonde white girl is like, I'm gonna do a rap.
Oh,
I'm gonna do a rap
girl.
about my friend. And so I did a little Googling. You guys want to hear some?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, stop. We're about to talk about Kelly before she met the one she would marry.
Many stages through her life, some funny times before she was a wife.
Mom cut her bangs into a bowl cut. Looked like a boy till she made it out of that rut.
To the extreme, Kel got her back with some bling bling. Came home from college with a little nose ring.
Sports. Have you seen her fall? 2,000 an hour and it's always a spiral.
Referees, don't you know you're never right? If you make a bad call, she wins that fight.
Dancing in those cowboy boots brings her back to her country roots.
If there's a problem, Kelly will solve it. Just give her a call. She will resolve it.
Yeah, Kelly's your doormat. Resolve it. God, it's humiliating
so the
to
other
be
piece
white.
is,
Yes.
it's supposed to be about the couple.
yes.
I don't think that anybody ever realizes that, because often you don't know the other. You don't know the
Yes.
mate. You don't know anything about him.
Also, like Kelly went to college and came back with a little nose ring. I don't think you even know Kelly.
No,
Yeah,
you don't even
you
like
don't.
Kelly.
And they like put on little sunglasses in their bridesmaid dresses, and we're like cool.
yes.
and they don't like Kelly.
No,
No, they don't like Kelly.
Yes. Famously, also, I know this is a white woman thing. A lot of us do not like each other.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
friends, but
But-
we hate each other.
But let me tell you what y'all do that's so good.
What?
It's like you know that you want to stay superior in supremacy.
Yes.
So that you make sure that y'all are okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
It's the craziest shit.
I
People
might have
like,
to use
"Wait,
Kelly."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna need her.
Yes.
She's gonna help my son.
Also,
Yes.
there's something that white women do that's like, if I if I am the person to acknowledge that we don't like each other, I lose status.
Yes.
Right.
In the community of white women.
Because now you're a hater.
So like, because now I'm a bitch and I'm a hater and I start drama. So it's like the like high status move is to be the person who's like, yeah, well, I think Kelly's great.
Yes, the rise above bitch.
I think
is
Kelly's
so
really
annoying.
nice, and I think she's going through a hard time, and you should be nice to her.
Oh wow.
And
And
I'll
you
tell
know
you
what
what
time it is. You're like,
And I'll tell
Everyone
you
knows
what.
it's
Where's
bullshit.
my camera? I've never been that bitch. I'm the bitch that's like, can we just not invite Kelly?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was one other drama leading up to the wedding, which was
Oh yeah.
related to this behavior.
What?
So I have these high school friends, right? And we're like going on trips forever. We've been best friends for a long time. And I do think there's value in having long-standing friendships. But
If it's valuable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you met like my best friend growing up, Annabelle, like
Yeah, she's great.
so smart, so wonderful, great friend, absolutely love her. But these girls, I outgrew them a little bit, and we all did. We just changed.
Everyone does.
Everyone changes. It's not one's better than the other or whatever, but there's a bully in the group. She was just mean to me. And I would like get nervous around here because I was like, when's it coming? I know it's coming.
That's your dad. Just
Right,
waiting.
100%. And in high school, I was absolutely like her little pet. Like I was like, Andrea's funny and we are all mean to her. Like we put dish soap in Andrea's food and watch her eat it.
Right.
Crazy bitch. That's not even the craziest shit.
I can imagine.
And so a few years ago, there were like two women in the group who I love, wonderful women. And I was just like, hey, I can't do it with this woman anymore. Like I'm not going on the trips. I love you. I'd like to have a relationship with you. But like, we've been having this conversation where she's a complete cunt to me. And then she gets drunk and she goes, I'm sorry, you're my best friend. And I'm like, you just
gaslighting.
You never do any. Exactly. And so she caught wind that I was like done with it. And so she deployed her tactics where she made the other girls, they're like, you should talk to her.
You know what it's
Yeah.
called, right?
What?
It's called flying monkeys.
Oh, okay. Explain.
So in
The Wizard of
narcissistic
Oz?
Yes.
in narcissistic abuse, what they'll do is if they can't get to you,
Yes.
then they'll start talking to people around you,
Yeah.
so that they can get the information back to you, and then they still get to hurt you.
Yep.
But they use people to do it.
Yes. And,
Who comes
and
up
nice.
with the fun little names
I
for all
love
these things?
Gray Rock, Flying
Breadcrumbing,
Monkeys.
flying monkeys.
I don't know. They studied it.
Well, because you need like a shorthand because
Yeah.
like I feel crazy. Why
Yeah,
is
you need
this
to
happening?
name it because it is like a phenomenon.
Yes.
You know, it's like a thing that like, it's not like this one person does this. It's a thing that people like this do.
a tactic.
Yeah.
It's a tactic.
And I knew she would do this, and I knew because those two are wonderful people who and I finally just sent like the one girl I would have really loved to be there. I sent her a long message being like, it's because I don't want her involved. I would really love to be your friend. And I was even like, hey, I'm a like to make it easy for her. I was like, I'm a sensitive person and she's a bit of a bully sometimes, and we're just not like a good
We're not
And I'm an
compatible.
adult.
right. And I'm grown.
Wait. They have this. They have this sound. You know, you use this sound.
Love a sound.
And they have this sound, and it's like mean girl energy as an adult.
Crazy.
Is given psychotic, low on funds, jealous ass bitch.
Heavy on the low on fun.
Low on fun.
Low on fun.
Right? Because why do you need to be mean at this point in your life?
Also, it's such a good point. It's like if you're an adult mean girl, you are psychotic.
Yes.
What's
That's
happening?
crazy.
You could just not be
Oh my
around people
God.
you don't like.
Oh my God, I met this girl recently who hates my guts.
Yeah.
So funny. So funny.
I met her, immediately hated my guts, has never let up on it, to the point where I'm like, I almost respect it.
At
Because
least she's bold enough.
She's real.
Yeah.
No one has ever known me less and hated me more. And I'm like, look, there's obviously something going on with you. You know, you're like an adult mean girl, and that's crazy. And like, I feel bad for you, but also, it's kind of slay.
Yeah.
It's
For
kind of
you.
slay that you openly roll your eyes every time I walk into a room, and we've never had a real conversation.
But imagine this is like supposedly one of
I
your
know,
best
I know.
friends. And
No,
like
that would make me insane.
yes. And the one thing that the girl said in response, she was like, I get it. And like, I'd like to continue a friendship with you. I don't really know how that works. Like now that I'm not in the group. And I'm like, I go visit you and I have dinner with you. Like I keep being like
So that one?
This is over.
The one that you're talking to?
Yeah.
She's next.
Yeah.
Because you're an adult.
Yeah.
You don't know how
Yeah.
to continue a friendship with me outside of a group.
How about
Yeah.
try?
And also she goes, I know it's not my place to understand how we got here. And I'm like,
Maybe I'm just not understanding white women.
No. You're because it's like no. I told you
I
exactly
told you how we got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to an all women's orgy at Burning Man, and then you asked everyone if I was going to try to eat all their pussies. You're a homophobe. And a bitch. That's how we fucking got here.
And you were with me.
Right.
So people are looking at me like my discernment is crazy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other piece, as entertainers,
Yeah.
you have to really watch your energy.
Yeah.
Yes.
The people that you fuck with got to be the people you fuck with. Or you could just be by yourself. Like I'm on this tip where I'm kind of enjoying
Yeah, of course.
my own company.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
huge.
Yes.
And that was not always the case.
It's hard.
So now that I'm kind of like, so either chill and watch some comedy on Netflix or listen to your bullshit. Having those
Yeah.
little, what do? They have those little jokes that are not really jokes.
That was always it.
It's
Yeah.
always this little, and then when you're like, oh, they're like, I was just joking. You can't take a
Oh,
joke.
you're too sensitive.
That's
Yeah.
such a huge pet peeve of mine.
Just leave me alone.
I hate
if
when
you don't
people-
like me. Bye, girl.
When
There's
someone-
a billion people's here.
When someone says something mean to my face and then goes, I was joking. By the way, this is the response to that, especially if it's a comedian. Someone says something rude to you and then they go, I was joking. You have to simply go, oh, it wasn't funny.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were joking because it wasn't funny.
Or you bombed.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What's the punchline?
You have to be
bitch?
like, oh, that didn't read as a joke because it wasn't funny.
I'm so glad that I'm not young.
yeah.
Because I took this lady's shit
so
for
much.
30. I was till
Me
I was
too.
30. I
I've
was
done it.
taking
I
this
feel like
girl's
we all
shit.
do it.
Yeah, yeah.
If you are a victim of narcissism and narcissistic abuse as a child, most people play in your face until you get to a space
Yeah.
where, because you know what it is though, right? You're afraid of your darkness. You don't want to show people you're a bitch.
Yeah.
Because you feel like you're not going to be able to control her once you let her out.
Because you've been enabling over and over and you're furious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's just like you think you're gonna walk in a room and just knock all this shit over, like, fuck y'all, and
Yeah.
my mother, and you
Yeah.
know what else, bitch? And your mother should have swallowed you, and you're like, what? You're not gonna do all that. You're just
Yeah.
gonna say, no, I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I didn't like
Yeah.
that. That made me feel uncomfortable. You know when you did that,
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that again.
Then that's what I did with this woman. I
Yeah.
just said, no, thank you. Also,
Yeah.
like, you live a different place, or you have kids. Like, what do we do?
Yeah. Stop
But
acting
if you
like your
checked
life
her-
is going to be different.
Yeah.
But the other piece, if you checked her, because
Yeah.
we make it so much bigger in our heads.
Yeah.
But once you check somebody and say, you know, Andrea, I didn't like that. And let's have
sorry.
let's have this uncomfortable moment,
Yeah.
and then we can move past it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either you're gonna respect it, or we're just not gonna be rolling, and that's fine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. And I'm just like, I don't miss you.
And then you don't want them at your wedding.
Yes. And by the way, my wedding was a fucking party.
Banger.
Banger. And I'm like, the pictures are banging. I look cool as hell.
Because you did what you wanted to do.
Yes. Enjoy your Humpty Dumpty
was
ass over
great.
there in Canada. I don't miss you.
It was a great wedding.
But trust
luck,
me, she
babe.
was looking, boy.
Of course.
Her burner account.
Of course. Not even a burner account. I see your little icon on my stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Get a burner account, dummy.
Yeah. All right. On
gotta
that note, what a fucking pod, Onika.
Thanks, Onika.
This was so
I love
fast.
you.
Y'all
You're
know
the
nothing
best.
about me. I have to come back.
Yeah, I know everything.
You'll come back.
You'll come back. We'll,
I'm just
We'll
joking.
keep keeking. I'll have you every
you.
fucking week.
You think we're
This
not
is
going to
so
have you
good.
back? You're crazy.
No, this was so good.
You're the best.
I like
Onika,
talking to y'all.
where can people find you, follow you?
Okay, so my name is Onika McLean.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow me on all social media platforms, Onika, Onika Comedy, or on my website, which is Onika, Onika McLean, MCLEAN.com. Shop Mainstage. I have this lipstick line. I left the shit in the
Oh,
car.
yeah.
I have a lot of little things going on. I dropped my my comedy special. It's called Playtime. It's streaming now on YouTube. So share it with a friend. And I'm thinking about doing another one at the end of November.
Oh my God.
But
Yeah.
because
You're a
because I
machine.
waited so long to
Yeah.
release that one, I want to just do more. And then the other pieces, I'm older and I just want to do the things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Onika's so
Follow Onika. She's so
funny.
funny.
She's so funny. You will be delighted by her every fucking day, as I am. Lizzie, where can they find you and follow you?
Follow me on Instagram at Lizzie Cassidy. I think this comes out before then. I'm headlining Don't Tell Comedy in Chicago November 15th and
nice.
16th. So if you're in the Chicago area, come to that, please. Listen to my other podcast, Close Calls. And I run a show every Wednesday and Saturday in Brooklyn called Comedians You Should Know. Andrea.
Follow me at Andrea Comedy 69 across all platforms. Follow our YouTube page, Respectfully Podcast. Maybe I'll drop a picture of the flowers on there so you guys can see this.
Oh,
fucking
nice.
beauty.
Oh, right. I have a podcast too. It's called Main Stage Podcast.
Oh my
Follow it.
God.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. We'll put all the links in the bios so you can follow Onika everywhere. And thank you to Ronnie. Shout out to Ronnie.
Ronnie, you got anything you want to plug?
Yeah.
Great.
And
God, I love her.
Yes, and Ronnie will be my new stepmom because Ronnie was mesmerized by my hot ass mom at my wedding, and I just
Ronnie's gonna be your stepmom, and you're gonna be my stepmom, and we're all gonna be family.
That's a lot. That's a lot of commas.
yes, it is. All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for coming.